Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And newbies, welcome. First, I want to say this is extremely sad story. It's a huge trigger warning and a call to action. This young prince y'all see on your screen was 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN from Gulfport, Mississippi, who was killed at the hands of a police officer. And the family and advocates for the family are calling for the arrest of the officer and for him to be terminated. Guys, let me just say this first. We all know how YouTube don't want us giving the brutal and gory details in our commentary and content, but I have to say this one right here is one of those times where I'm going to say fuck it and I'll take one for the team because I feel this young man and his family deserves that much. So if you can't stomach it, then I suggest you exit now. As I was saying, the family and advocates for the family are calling for the arrest and termination of the police officer because he shot 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN in the head at a Family Dollar, accusing him of having a gun. Keep It G posted 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN was shot 8 times and 1 bullet went through his head after someone made a 911 call claiming teens were waving guns. Police still proceeded to handcuff him and put him on the ground as he was shot. And a photo surfaced of the incident.
McMILLIAN was killed earlier this month after an encounter with police there. Those who knew him question the investigation as law enforcement agencies are remaining tight-lipped about it.
Mike McDaniel takes us to Gulfport.
As family and friends walked into the Lyman Community Center in Gulfport Wednesday,
all I did was cry.
Jayla Agee knew it wasn't going to be easy.
When I walk up in there to see his body, it's going to hit me hard, and I'm not going to be the same.
Agee had dated 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN. She saw him just weeks before he was shot in the head by a Gulfport police officer October 6th. McMillan's funeral was an emotional one.
He was there for me a lot, and I was there for him. And I hate how they just took him from me and everybody else like that, because, it just happened out of nowhere.
Gulfport police say McMILLIAN and a group of other teens were pointing guns at cars. When officers approached them right outside of a Family Dollar store, police say McMILLIAN was ordered to stop and put down his gun.
McMILLIAN did not comply. McMILLIAN turned both his body and his weapon towards the officer. The officer fired at McMILLIAN.
I'm black and I'm proud.
Since the shooting, there have been protests calling for transparency from the Gulfport Police Department and the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which is handling the case. Family and friends don't believe the police account and want video released.
We're just trying to get the truth. And the truth is on the footage, the police body cam and the store Family Dollar.
Questions of what exactly happened have spread across social media with calls for justice and scrutiny. Wednesday, though, was a day to focus on the memories.
He was a nice and caring person. He always made us laugh.
Memories that make this loss so hard to deal with.
It was unbelievable because, why? Why would you do something like that, especially to a child? He was only 15, still had a life ahead of him, and you took that away from him.
4 other teenagers were also arrested in this case, charged with aggravated assault. We did reach out to the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation for more information on this case or to see when more would be released. As of Wednesday afternoon, we had not heard back.
The police chief has came out and did a conference. Let's hear what he had to say.
The Gulfport Police Department received a telephone complaint from a 911 caller about a motorist in a silver Kia Soul with a Georgia state license plate. Accompanied by several subjects later identified as McMILLIAN, Bell, Thomas, Ellis, and Cooper. They were brandishing firearms and passing motorists and began chasing one of them. This occurred in the area of Highway 605 and Magnolia Street. This description of the vehicle was passed along with the tag information. It's distributed to our officers through the Gulfport Police Department Communications Division. Entering the Family Dollar parking lot. 2 officers in 2 separate marked units entered the parking lot behind the vehicle. Immediately, two individuals exited the vehicle and began to flee. Officers exited their vehicles with loud verbal commands, giving them instruction to stop fleeing. One of the officers observed McMILLIAN, who was armed. The officer gave gave orders for him to stop and drop his weapon. McMILLIAN did not comply. McMillian turned both his body and his weapon towards the officer. The officer fired at McMillian. McMillian was struck by the bullet and fell. The same officer then turned his attention back to the vehicle. He observed one of the vehicle occupants outside the vehicle and another one exiting. The officer ordered the suspect to the ground, and he complied and laid on the ground. The suspect was later found to have a weapon in his waistband when he was taken into custody. The other individual still in the car was ordered to exit the vehicle and lay on the ground. He also complied and was taken into custody. The suspect that fled north that was pursued by the first officer was tracked down by canines. He was located. He complied, and he was taken into custody. A firearm was found in close proximity to him. McMillian was transported to a local area hospital, suffering from a single gunshot wound, and was later airlifted to an out-of-state hospital. Mississippi law is now clear as of July 1st that the Attorney General's office now has jurisdiction in cases where officers use deadly force. The Gulfport Police Department is cooperating fully with the investigation. The Gulfport Police Department also conducts its own internal investigations of violations of its policy. I have turned over all evidence, radio traffic, 911 calls to our dispatch center, as well as all dashboard camera, body cam footage from this event. I have been assured by the Attorney General's office this will be a timely and thorough investigation. The evidence will be released, as always, upon its conclusion.
The family and a number of national civil rights organizations got together and rallied outside the Gulfport Police Department to talk about the officer involved and asking for the police chief to be terminated.
Tonight calls for justice for 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN growing louder.
Just hours ago, a group gathering outside Gulfport's police department demanding action. Josh Jackson is in the newsroom now with the latest. Josh, you were there at this gathering.
Yeah, that's right, Hugh. The shooting death of 15-year-old JAHEIM McMILLIAN gaining more and more national attention recently, including Black Lives Matter. Just weeks after the 15-year-old died, as the investigation continues, one group making strong accusations today.
Hands up! Hands up! Don't shoot! Justice for JAHEIM!
Dozens gathering on the steps of Gulfport Police Headquarters.
He fatally shot JAHEIM in the head without cause. There was no legal reason for him to have his firearm out. So now we are here to demand justice. We are here to demand accountability. We are also calling on the resignation of Chief Cooper.
Gulfport Police Chief Adam Cooper saying earlier this month MBI is handling the investigation. Public Safety Commissioner Sean Tyndall later saying the investigation needs to be completed before videos are released.
Say his name. Say his name. And we don't need the tape. We've seen the tape.
Supporters of the McMillian family and Black Lives Matter saying they've obtained video that doesn't line up with what the chief said in a news conference just days after the shooting.
Yeah, the officer gave chase to McMillian, gave orders for him to stop and drop his weapon. McMillian did not comply. McMillian turned both his body and his weapon towards the officer. The officer fired at McMillian.
Not at any time will we accept a chief of police to get on television and make up a series of allegations about a child and not have any proof to back it up. We are relieved to know that the family has retained the services of Ben Crump, which will be handling it for the civil matter. But as far as the criminal matter, we are specifically calling on the Department of Justice to issue an arrest warrant for this officer.
As the public waits for police video and area surveillance footage to be released, a family continuing to grieve, preparing to lay the teen to rest.
I'm not going to see my grandbaby no more. I'm not going to be able to go to his graduation, no birthday. He's not going to come over for the holidays no more and tell me, Nana, this food show is good.
And according to leaders at the press conference, the video that they have obtained is scheduled to be released. I was asking them how soon it could be released, and I've been told that it is imminent.
I can't wait to see what the body cam shows. So trust, I will be back with updates on this story. And let's hope that the officer involved by then is charged and terminated. Let's help to share this story, guys, and get it out there. With that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you already haven't. And hit that notification bell so you'll see when I drop new videos. And guys, follow me on all my platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All at Sister Girl Talk TV.